Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to another Around 30 Minutes. And today we have another special guest, good friend of mine. I've known him for a couple years now. We got Mr. Stasis Lock himself, Dakota. Hey, Dakota, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, man? Just hanging out.
Yeah,
Long time no see, dude. It's been like
I
a week,
know.
hasn't it?
It's been a little bit, yeah, Bill, what, 4 or 5 days now, give or take?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
five. So,
that was awesome. So you are from the Louisiana area. I'm not going to say where, but, because I don't want nobody stalking you or nothing. But
I am a fine Southern gentleman from the great
yes.
state of Louisiana.
See, I wish you would talk like that more often. Come on, man. That kind of kind of turned me on a little bit.
People either want the French gentleman, the Alex Jones, or the Raging Cajun.
Exactly.
So,
Everybody wants Alex Jones. Come on
yeah,
now.
it's highly
Bronx.
requested.
Bronx. No, but yeah. So you got we saw each other at TFCon this past weekend. You made a trek up there and everything, which was really good to see you again. Um, I didn't know. This weekend is Comic Conway. I did not
Really?
know. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's going on today. Today is the free thing. I'm sorry. One Comic Con. Anybody don't know? It's one of our little conventions or whatever. I guess whatever. Small. I live in a small town, so it's going on this weekend. So I'm going tomorrow. I think I don't know. I think it's like I don't know. They raised it. It used to be free all weekend, but I think now they charge you like $5 or something like that. Is it
That's
not
still,
here?
dude. That still isn't bad. Like for
Oh hell no,
really
no.
for any kind of show like that. Five
Hmm.
bucks just to get in, and even if you don't get anything, just walk around, see stuff,
Yeah,
whatever. And like that's something I'll say because I do Little Rock Comic Con up there
yeah.
in
Fortunately, it's going
Arkansas.
to end next year. Yeah,
I
our
know, dude.
boy
I'm
Mike. Yeah,
I'm bummed about that because like all the
yeah,
shows here in Louisiana, where I'm at in Louisiana at least, are not that great. So like it
yeah.
was worth it to me to make that 3 hour drive to Little Rock.
Hmm.
Of course I can make the 3 hour drive to Dallas too, and I'm
Yeah,
sure now people are like taking pins and yarn and trying to figure out where I'm at on the map. They should
it's
it
just
should be
like
pretty fun.
oh, we will find him.
Yeah, you'll find
But
me.
yeah,
But yeah, like so like that's there's a lot more in your state than it is in my state, especially as far as like
really.
Transformers and just fandom in general goes.
Hmm.
Now there's quite a few in like South Louisiana,
Okay.
where I'm not, and
Right.
it's for me to meet up with any of those dudes. I don't even know them, but it's all like 5-6 hours away, and I'm just like, oh, dude, just
Yeah,
may
we
as well go
used
to
to. The Comic Con, it's pretty big. It's gotten bigger every year. They used to throw it at the library, and now they throw it at a little
good
convention
lord,
area,
a
or
convention at a
something like that.
library. That's
Something like
that's
that.
that's how you live in a drink it on Sunday
Yeah,
state.
and exactly, exactly. And it's a pretty good size. Like a cosplaying. A lot of just like the Little Rock Comic Con, a lot of people bringing their stuff. Trying to sell and everything. But
Yeah.
there's some people that
Is the
come.
does the fortune teller show up there? It seems like that fortune teller is at every single show down here. Like
I don't know.
I'll go
I
to I'll
look
go to Little
for 'em.
Rock Comic Con, fortune teller's there. I'll go to Fan Expo Dallas, fortune teller's there.
I
I
will
went to
look
the one
for him.
show here, fortune teller was there. I was like, good
Exactly.
lord.
Hey, you gotta get around. He's gotta make some stuff. And dust mites, yes, is another one. I'm sorry, I'm going live today. I know I went live without ROC going live, so I'm trying to you know do the right thing. I'm going live before tonight. Masterpiece Ship Piece Theater is tonight, y'all. Go
Match.
watch that at ROC on the ROC channel. It's a really good channel. You got a bunch of good guys: Josh Fisher, Nick, and some other people. It's a really good show.
They,
So check it out.
they're gonna have some good stories on that show tonight. I got
Oh,
we
I'm
we
sure they
record
will.
a Gundam show. Some of us Stasis Lock guys, and
Hmm.
Josh Fisher's one of them
Yep.
who does that.
Exactly.
He he kind of gave us some details like it's going to be a MPSP theater you're not going to want to miss.
Yeah,
It's going to
it's a really good show. They talk, they're different from other. They talk about wrestling. They talk about sports. It's really interesting. I really when they start talking about the wrestling thing, I really get in, back in because they talk about the old school wrestling sometimes, and
yeah.
it brings back memories and stuff. And they talk about sports. A lot of we don't. A lot of RLC people don't talk about sports. They don't like football thing. I love football. I'm a big football fan.
I'm
And
a, I'm a big college football fan. Like I don't particularly care for because I mean I feel like the
and
pro
people are like that. People are like that. I love
yeah,
NFL, and I don't care. I don't care much for college. I mean, I'll watch it,
right.
but
I see.
I'm
I
not
feel like I
very
feel like
big.
the best games are played in college because they're trying to make it. You know what I mean? But the guys that are already making $8 million a year, like
Yeah.
they've already made it. They're just kind of like I feel like comparing them, which of course they're older, but comparing them to their college years, it seems like they're just phoning it in. But yeah, I love watching college football.
Potato, whatever. You know, I'm a big, like I said, I'm a big fan. So everybody knows you. Not everybody. I'm sure everybody should know you. You are a big, you're on Stasis Lock, which is another wonderful show. Talk about Beast Wars and everything. So what is it that got you into, this will be two questions. What got you into Beast Wars? Are you more of a Beast Wars guy than a G1, or do you collect everything?
I wouldn't say I collect everything. I do collect most things. Okay. As far as like where a majority of the love goes, it's definitely towards Beast Wars. But like, and it's hard to see. I don't know if I can grab anything, but like, let's see. Let's just get this little guy. Like this little dude. I love this thing. This is the little guy that came into Monkey Pretender. Yeah. So like, I love that stuff, man. Yeah. I love. Let me reach back here and get the greatest Hasbro figure of all time. As a Beast Wars fan, as a strictly Beast Wars fan,
that is good.
Greatest Hasbro figure of all time, no question. All time, dude. This Generation Springer. I know I probably sound like a broken record at this point because I've been saying it for like 5-6 years now. Like, there's nothing that'll beat that toy. Still hasn't for me. I mean, Hasbro now.
I understand that. I'm going Hasbro. I think, man, that's a hard. Now the Siege line is coming out, which some people are getting out next week. So I'm kind of excited. I'm gonna get some Siege. I wasn't expecting that till like Christmas or January. So a lot of people are getting Siege stuff. I mean, they were. Oh my God, they were proud. Like on Amazon, they had like Prime and Megatron for like $60 a piece or $7. I was like, no, that's all those
third-party sellers getting their
trying to get their
and
try to get their little dinger wet a little bit. So I got some stuff. You want some candy?
You want it early? Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought about it. I was like, no, I'm not that dumb. Come on now.
I've bought some stuff early in the past before, long time ago, before I even did like YouTube and stuff like that. But I was just like, I have it before most people, but like, was it really worth paying double what I'd find it for in a store in 2 or 3 months?
Right.
Like, for me, it wasn't. Like, it just
it's not worth it.
There's some stuff, but
yeah, even as a reviewer, I'm just like, I mean, I don't get a lot of, I get views, but I'm not getting, thousands and thousands of views. So I was like, would it be worth to get it, early? Because I don't, maybe, 50 more people will watch it. And I was like,
It's so I'll wait till it. You mentioned that. I'm doing I'm reviewing things that are 20 years old.
I new stuff. I'm going back with the well, I got a bunch of new stuff because of TFCon, but I'm going back and doing like the Prime stuff. I may start doing animated, so that's not 20 years, but it's
right. But still, I mean, that's animated. It's a decade old, but exactly. Like I like that's and all that stuff gets more views than something new like this guy. I put this guy up, nothing. It was just like I feel like he doesn't. He does not. He has no toes.
That bothered me so bad. I don't know why. It's just like he has no feet.
But yeah. So like I found my market. I know what my market is, and I set it that way. On purpose. So that's but yeah, like so it's I will dabble in like when it comes to G1, it's gotta look like that IDW aesthetic for me. Okay. And some like I picked up some of the Combiner War stuff because like the whole like all of the Defensor, those guys, they all belong on the Lost Light. Now, are they perfect to that Milne design? No, but it's close enough for that set of characters. And I've gone third party for most of the main guys, and I got the C-Dubs Ultra Magnus for that shelf. So, but like as far as like a main love, it definitely goes to Beast Wars. And it's funny, when I came back into collecting, I didn't even start with Beast Wars.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, what other? So, everybody know you're a Transform collector. Do you collect any other lines? Are you passionate about anything else?
I sure do. I sure am. And it's not really in particular, but I love 1/18 scale, which is like 3 3/4 inch action figures.
Okay.
I do like whatever. If I'm into it, like I just recently there was a point in time where I had a bunch and I sold them all off because I was like, I wasn't sure. And then like I immediately regretted it. But like I keep all of my G.I. Joes, my Marvel, and then just random other 3 3/4-inch stuff, I keep it all on one shelf because like it all fits in my head, you know, because it's all that scale. Like the Jazzwares just came out with some Assassin's Creed figures, and I love that game franchise, and I love the designs of, you know, all these, you know, like assassins and all that. So I picked up a few of them. I only got one here, but you know, he's in 3 3/4-inch scale, and I was like, this is perfect. You know, McFarlane stuff was like 5-inch scale, and I also just recently got the kind of core cast of the animated series X-Men. They don't all look like that, but they're close enough, you know, for that shelf. But yeah, I love 3 3/4-inch stuff. If I could see more of my favorite properties into that, I would dig it. I also pick up. I was buying the McFarlane Halo stuff until they screwed that up and started releasing bad product, and then Mattel picked it up. So I sold all the McFarlane stuff, and now I've got most of the Mattel Halo figures, and they're 6-inch.
Nice.
So yeah, just anything.
We Halo together. You're a big Halo fan.
Oh yeah, I know. I haven't been able to get on because like you know, now I'm working all days at work, and it's just I'll get home and it's time to take a nap.
I've been playing that Call of Duty now since I haven't played in a while, but I may play this weekend. But I got that new game, so yeah, I love that. So we did, like I said, we did see each other at TFCon. So I know what you're gonna say when I answer you this question is, what did you come away with that it was so awesome that you had to show everybody?
I came away like,
and not your painter, but what Transformer figures? Two figures you came back with.
There were actually 3. There was one I picked up on Sunday.
What'd you pick?
It wasn't what we were talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, prior to that, that guy wanted too much money. He was kind of jerking me around, and I was like, no.
Yeah. But I thought you went and you got a good deal on the BotCon, like for 160 or something.
Okay, yeah. So you do know? Okay, yeah. I got the sealed.
You show me.
And like,
I hope you can give that for me for his gift, but you know, I was wishing one hand, crapping another one. So, I'm sorry. Go on.
Yeah. So yeah, I got that, and like that to me is like that's a little personal grail because that was the very.
You never had one.
No. I had it. I had it open.
Gotcha.
But that's yeah. So it was like finding one sealed has always been a deal. Glenn Hallett, who used to run, help run BotCon back in like 97 to.
The OTFC or something?
Yeah, he did OTFCC in 2003 and 2004 as well. Yeah. I actually bought an unfolded proof box of that Tigatron, so it's all flattened out. He sent it to me, and so like I want to get like a little shadow box thing going. But yeah, that was like a personal. It's not quite a grail, but it's a personal grail, and it was a good price. But in the Beast Wars line, which was, I don't want to say plagued with variants, but it was kind of plagued with variants.
It was, especially the Transmetal stuff. I think. I'm not trans. Well, was it Transmetal?
Transmetal too. Even some of the organic stuff when you get into Takara releases and
yeah, there was.
I've got some of that right here. Just
Shidor had different color eyes and stuff.
Yeah. Here's the two rat traps. The yellow eyes non-show accurate, red eyes show accurate. So just stuff like that.
Okay.
But the two big ones was there was a blue Optimus Minor and there was a green Ramulus.
Oh, and I'm not. These were. Dude, you paid ridiculous price. I'm like, man, dude, I could, you could put down a down payment for a car.
I really did. I did. I could have bought I basically could have bought my car, for what I paid for those.
Where are they at? Where are these at now? Well,
I got them right here.
Okay. I thought you might have them displayed. You haven't opened them yet, have you?
No, not yet. Like that's something I want it to be special. The ambiance has to be just right. Candle lit. I got to be naked.
Are you gonna get a bath?
Open them in a
some chocolates out, some strawberries.
I want an audience.
Put on that Marvin Gaye, and then you just start opening them up. I'm like, ding, 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 ding. I'm like,
so
you gotta do. Are you going to record? Are you going to do a review, or like maybe where you opening and everything?
I definitely do plan on documenting with film that process, because the thing is, like, I've seen fewer. I'll go ahead and pick this camera up and show you guys. I have seen fewer of these blue Optimus Minors.
What was it originally? He was black, wasn't he?
Right. Funny you mention it. It's actually, this is a character that I have some nostalgia for. So.
I have that one. That little fella.
I've got one that's open too. It was really cool. It was a surprise like thing for my mom. She just stopped by a store one day and picked me up a toy, and like so that memory has always stuck.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
I felt it pretty near and dear, so I made sure I got one that was sealed and one that was open. But
yeah, that's cool. See, that's what collecting's all about. When you have memories, like when you remember stuff, like if you got older stuff and your friend, like I got stuff from my wife that I'll always keep. I've gotten stuff from friends and everything. Robert D has got me some stuff. I will never get rid of that stuff. It's just like so. So how limited is this blue one? Like I've never seen the blue one, and why is it so limited? I guess it didn't get released or something.
There's not really a whole lot of knowledge. There's a little bit of knowledge on it, but the deal with the blue miner is supposedly, and the kind of same story for the Ram, but we'll get into that in a minute. Supposedly, it was planned for a running change, and I want to say the retailers couldn't, decided not to pick it up, so they were trying to pitch it as maybe an exclusive to a certain retailer, like the Blue Rat Trap. And no one wanted to pick it up, so it basically became a Hasbro employee store exclusive. And this like these pieces actually came from a former Hasbro employee. I did not get them directly. I wish I did, but so like this one in general, like I have counted 5 that I know for sure of. One that I heard that a guy said he had, and I'm just like, I don't know.
Wow.
But, there were two on display at a Tokyo Toy Show a few years ago, and they were open. A buddy of mine has one that I know for sure has one. I have one, and then another guy that is open to selling, but it's a pretty penny. He's got one, and I heard another guy said he had one that was open. So 3, that's 3 I know that are for sure sealed, and that's hard. Like it's hard when like they probably only made like 24 of these things. You know what I mean? Like, they wouldn't have made a whole lot. It would have, it's not that there's only 5 or 10 out there, because that's not how the production numbers work. I would even bet that there's some polybagged samples in somebody's attic or, basement or something. Like, awesome. I would think, you know what I mean? And there's no way to tell for sure, but as far as carded sample goes, I would guess 24, 48, something like that.
That's very limited. That's awesome.
Yeah, like that's what makes it hard to open. It's like I want to get another one so I can but like I'm not one to let something sit in a package either. Like really, just because it's sealed or open, that's not going to affect anything with something that little out there.
Right.
So, but now the money shot. This is the one that really cost me.
Really?
Yeah, so this was back in BotCon 2000, 2001, somewhere in that area.
Okay.
The Hartmans and Glenn, I think, went to Hasbro headquarters, and there was like a case of these just sort of sitting on the ground. And I want to say they all got 1 or 2 or whatever. I don't know for sure how many they got. And they thought that this was going to be again, a running change, so they wanted to put it in the comic as the most updated version of the character. They didn't want to go with the burgundy one, which, as you can see,
yeah, I have that one.
It's on the same card. Like that's the thing. If I ever open these, I could always choose to reseal them because the miner, even though like it looks blue, and that's what's funny is it like this one actually looks like the artwork for the package.
Yeah,
which is funny. But anyways, this one right here. So they decided to color him up that way in the comic. And a lot of people thought it was going to be an exclusive, and then it came out that like no, this was a planned running change, and it just never made it to broad daylight.
Okay.
And so like that's probably one of the most coveted pieces out there, especially in this sort of condition.
So, do you notice any flaking or anything? Or do you
No, yeah, I've been looking at it very closely. Nice. No flaking. I don't know if that's a climate thing because I know I have a regular Transmetal 2 Ramulus, and it flaked. It wasn't bad.
Much of my Transmetal stuff that's flaking. It's really
most of the stuff that's orange or red, it's gonna flake pretty bad. But I've heard stories actually. There was a guy that told me he knows a guy with a green Ramulus sealed in the bubble, and it's just got some flaky green dust. at the bottom of that bubble, and you know that's something I don't want to happen. That's why eventually I'm going to open it up.
Yeah, I
And
don't know how you can. I don't know what you could do to seal that or preserve it or something. You
a lot of
know.
people use floor polish,
Okay.
future floor polish with hardener or
Like a
whatever.
thin coat or something over it and stuff.
Right, it goes on pretty thin, anyways. But yeah,
Okay.
you coat the chrome with that kind of stuff,
Oh,
uh,
okay.
and it should keep it from flaking. That's how a lot of people have kept their rampages and shocker racks from
My
flaking over the
rampage
years.
jacked. My rampage. I was like, a rat trap. I think is doing that.
Yeah,
And
I went ahead and I found a 10th anniversary rat trap a few right before I left for
I did
TFCon.
too. I got one too.
Yeah, the dude had it listed as just a regular one, and I was like, bought, and it was like $15 because the regular
Not bad at all.
the 10th anniversary is supposed to not flake, like that's supposed to
Okay.
be the
That's
deal.
cool. And I don't. How much were they in the store? Around $15, I think, at Toys R Us. I think, give or take. So
Yeah, probably.
not bad at all. And Mr. Cog, yes, this is out of the blue, but you know, I like doing this stuff. I want to go live. I want to talk to people.
I like this format, Deluxe. It's a fun.
Thank you.
It's a fun deal. Like I enjoy watching these too. I really enjoy watching these because it's always interesting to learn about.
Yeah, it's just, you get to learn about different, perspectives of, and their view, other people's views of the fandom and community and everything. And I love doing reviews. Everybody knows that I knock out, 15 reviews a day. But this is just something that's fun, and you get to talk to people and get to meet people and see what they think about. Which I was going to ask you about that. Okay, another question is, if you were going to run a marathon, what kind of music would get you pumped up to go run this marathon?
Oh man, if I was gonna run a marathon, I would think because man, it's got to get me real pumped up to run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
I'm as far as music goes, I've got a pretty like one flavor taste. I'm a big Pantera fan. Yeah, Pantera, Damage Plan.
I listen to Pantera with when I'm working out. Anything fast, Slipknot, Mudvayne,
Yeah, I like Mudvayne too. And Pantera's got they kind of got like a little groove to their music.
I do.
I like a little bit of Hell Yeah, which is like Mudvayne and Pantera having a baby.
Yeah, I think they got some new stuff coming out. I haven't listened to them in a while, but I just love Mudvayne, dude, and I love some Slipknot, Seven Dust.
Yeah,
all that little genre, of stuff. I listen to Limp Bizkit. I say it. I don't care.
I admit it.
And don't people that watch this don't look down on me.
And the hot dog flavored water.
I know. Don't you look down on me because you rocked Limp Bizkit back in '99.
Oh, dude, like anyone that says they didn't they're a liar.
They need to smack their own self because they're damn lying. They rock some Limp Bizkit and
everyone did. That was I mean, he was a thing in 98, 99.
Yeah, and Kid Rock. I didn't listen to Kid Rock either. You listened to Kid Rock.
Everyone did. As far as like running a marathon music, I think a little bit of Aretha Franklin. Something.
Some respect.
Something sassy to get me going. Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool. I listen to that when I work out. I listen to that, and I listen to rap too and everything, but the metal thing, like a Slayer, Megadeth, some older Metallica.
You want to go with that. You want to go with that tempo, and especially something like Slayer, where it's just, like that's
exactly. Hell Awaits, man, all that stuff. I love Season of the Abyss. It's probably my favorite.
That one's dope. That's a good one. Did you hear the Seasons in the Abyss and I'm Never Gonna Dance Again mashup?
Oh my God, no.
It's that with the vocals from Seasons from the Abyss.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
Man, YouTube, man, you gotta love YouTube, man, and everything. So yeah, that's and what else I was gonna ask you is what was I gonna ask you? We were talking about the collecting and everything. What do you think? What do you think of the fandoms at the state of the fandom now? Like, is it good or bad, or what are your feelings on the fandom?
I think it's complicated. There's with anything, there's always going to be conflicting personalities,
Mm-hmm.
and
exactly.
especially when it's online. You know, when you're online, you're probably gonna say some stuff to somebody you maybe wouldn't say to their face.
No. Oh no, you got that liquid courage.
You have that. Oh yeah, you have that screen and 10,000 miles between you. And, you know, but it's like the fandom in person. Like that's the one thing. Like I see, you know, and I don't jump into too often, not as often as I used to, at least. But you know, I'll see like political bickering between like people.
That's my whole Facebook.
No, dude, it's all a Facebook, but I'll see it a lot within, you know, the fandom too. But it's you know, but it's like you go and you get together at something like a convention, and it's like no one gives a shit about any of that, and that's what's great.
Exactly.
You know, you do that, like the in-person fandom. That's the fandom that even if like, you know, 6 months ago you were at each other's throats, you're gonna hug it out and be like, you know, dude, good to meet you. It's good to see you. You know, whatever. And
yeah, I can go with that.
I think that's what it's really all about. You know, I mean, there's always going to be that cave troll somewhere.
That always gives, you know, and I'll say probably 95% of the fandom is awesome. Maybe even more. I'll even go up there. There's maybe 98%, maybe. But there's always that 2% that always gives the fandom, and that's the people. That's what they home in on, is that the you know, the basement dwellers, the Mountain Dew and beef jerky drinkers stuff.
Mountain Dew, a flare of Dorito crust.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what they judge on everybody else, when they don't know that everybody else is fine. We're cool. They like other stuff, you know. We're just normal, regular people. But there's those that, you know, 1% to 2% people that they're like, yeah, that's what this nerd stuff is all about. Is all this stuff. They're in the basement, you know, they live in their mom's basement, all that good stuff. And everything.
They're in the basement. It's always the basement. Like, what if they're actually in the attic?
I know, or that, yeah. But what's wrong with living in the basement? First of all, I wish I had a basement.
Being in the South, no, it just fills up with water.
We don't have. Really, I mean, there's some in Arkansas, but it's very, very seldom that you'll find basements in Arkansas for some reason.
But yeah. Like I said, like, you know, there's always going to be a vocal minority, as I call them. There's always going to be some kind of, and like, you know, it's just toys. Like, I'm guilty of it too. There's sometimes, man, I'll get just as heated. I won't like after I get off my computer and my phone or whatever, like, there's shit to do outside. Like, you know, there's a life to live, you know, outside of Transformers and off of Transformers. But
exactly, real life.
Yeah, you know, it's just and then, you know, you come back to that later, and either it's resolved itself or it hasn't, and you just kind of keep on living. Like, that's
all right. That's all you gotta do. Cool. There's my dog. There's one of my dogs back there. All right. I'm waiting for my mom lives with me. I'm waiting for. I got one out here on my thing so I can shut off my video camera when she walks across, because nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that. Anyway, so
I want to see Mama Baldwin.
Yeah, whatever. She's fine. She's fine.
I bet she's a peach.
Yeah. So who is? I've never asked you this. I don't think. Who's your favorite character in Transformers? Do you have a favorite character?
I kind of do. Okay. It's definitely Dinobot. If buying 4 of those was any indication, the masterpieces.
Exactly.
I've actually got
money bags.
Easy. I shop Japan, so.
That's true. Okay.
Tell you what. Wait right here for just a moment. Okay. I'll show you something.
You better be wearing pants, okay? Oh yeah, he turned the camera off so he wouldn't show his boxers. Hey there, everybody. So hey, go down here and hit that like button for me if you don't mind. I really appreciate it. Get me out there. Thank y'all for watching this wonderful little around 30 minutes with Mr. Dakota. He's a Beast Wars fan. You don't know. And yeah, Cog, how you doing? Valeria. I'm sorry if I say your name. Martinez, how are you doing? I don't know if Dust Mites is in here still. Dust, thank you. I'm going to have you on one of these days if you don't mind coming on.
All right, so Dinobot he's my favorite character. You know, I bought the prototype that you can still buy on eBay, the black and white one with the clear legs from the original. I was hoping I could get a prototype of the masterpiece, but none of them ever surfaced. But I got the only episode of Beast Wars that got storyboarded was Code of Hero, and that's I was able to buy that. This like 2018 has been such a good year for buying stuff for me.
Okay, good.
Because I got that this year, and that was like that's probably one of the holiest of grails. Like, because I'd read about it being the only episode with a storyboard, and it got auctioned off back in '99, and I was like, no way I'm ever finding that. But I did. I found it. I bought it. I even got scans of it. I got low res scans of it because I don't want someone trying to screen cap and print it off as their own, and I'd want to try to avoid any kind of shady things like that. But I uploaded it to my YouTube page with the episode behind it.
Cool.
But I also got this, which I don't know. It's gonna be kind of hard to see, but that is a resin prototype. This is what they sculpted for the original Transmetal 2 Dinobot.
Okay.
And I've got a gallery of this up on my Primal Sabbath Facebook page if anyone's interested in some like actual detail photos. Nice. But needless to say, I love Dinobot. It is.
Do you have everything that of Dinobot that's been made? I mean, because there's not really a whole lot. You're probably talking maybe.
There's not much. I have the original Kenner release. I've got the Takara Brown release. I've got the Tranfamer Dinosaur. I've got the Henkei. I've got the Universe. I have 2 of the Dawn of Futures Past ones. I got both Transmetal 2s. The 2 prototypes, the Masterpiece. I want to try to find the. There was like a little Kabaya candy kit of him. I want to.
Okay.
I want to give that a shot. I want to look for that. There's a little poster, like a 200-piece, not poster, puzzle, a little 200-piece puzzle. I want to track down and find, and those are kind of hard to find. I think it's him fighting with Tarantulas. But there's one piece I don't have, and I know it's out there. It's got to be out there somewhere. But on the card backs, and even in the back of like this little catalog, I'll show you. There were like the prototype Beast Wars. Like there's the orange Tarantulas, and I know who has that. Not gonna say who. And like on the back, there's these are all artwork, but there's actually the let's see, what is this? The Grizzly One. Buddy of mine has that, and it's really cool. He's a big Polar Claw Grizzly One guy, but that Dinobot, it's got a little bit of molding difference, and it's got a different paint job on it. And
how many is there?
I have no clue, but this is. If the Tarantulas is any indication, the Tarantulas is what was used on the back of the packaging, and even in the toy commercials. And this Dinobot was used in the toy commercials, so it's got to be out there. It's got to be out there somewhere. It's just I don't know where, but I want it. I don't know if it's I know it's got to be hand painted because that Tarantulas is hand painted. Looks like it's different stuff.
Bigger action. Wants to say that. I just want to let Dakota know I love the Primal Sabbath reviews.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
And Cog, he wants to know what about there's a 3D printed prototype that's been floating around.
Oh yeah.
Thing or something.
That's lucky for you.
Got it.
I'm wearing pants. Yeah, it's not the prototype, but this is what this.
We are not lucky you're wearing pants. Okay.
This is the third party one, or it's some people say knockoff. It's a third party.
Oh, you didn't you do a review of that?
Yeah. We did a group buy for this thing on Stasis Lock, but I have the 3D printed version, and it doesn't stand worth a crap. I hope they revisit this and do like a more show accurate deco. Like this it's not bad. I mean, it's not like I'm hating the purchase. And it was like $20. It was cheap.
Yeah, that's not bad.
$30. Yeah, why not?
You pay for what you get sometimes. With
and well, I mean that's the thing. I feel like I got a Hasbro quality figure here.
Okay.
All the tolerances are great.
But potato, whatever.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I am talking to Hale Hasbro himself.
Oh, whatever.
I mean, the paint's solid on this thing. It's got a lot of paint. It's molded all in this light brown plastic, and everything else is painted over. So it's there. It's got that, and that's something I love as someone who collected a bunch of the Fun Pub, BotCon, collector's club stuff.
I got a bunch of that. I got a bunch. I gave Fun Pub and all that stuff BotCon a lot of crap, but they did put out some good exclusives. I have to admit that. And actually, Zero reached out to me and had a question of what kind of what's my favorite exclusive from BotCon or TFCC and all that stuff. So I'll have to go back and look through that stuff and everything because they had some really good ones. And I have a lot of them. So
they did, man. I don't think I could ever narrow it down to one. Like I've got a favorite. I've got a favorite character from both the 3H and the Fun Pub years.
Mhm.
It was Ape Link all day long. I don't know why I was
yeah,
drawn to his character.
What convention that was? That the OTFCC or was that a PotCon one?
That was a BotCon. It was like before OTFCC. And then it, went back to BotCon after that. But it was a 2000. It was a 2000 exclusive.
Oh, okay, got you. Then it's the Transmetal.
Yes, the Transmetal Primal with the silver, and it's got different like tones of plastic.
Yeah, he goes over $100. I know that.
Yeah, it's there's a bunch of those on eBay that are just so overpriced right now, and it's like don't fall for it, So, but that 2001 Tigatron is up there as one of my favorites. The Dragon Megatron from 2016, that was like a 12 years coming kind of thing.
That's a $300 one right there, buddy.
Oh, it was a $90 one if you went to the show.
That's true, but I didn't go to the show. So
yeah.
Cog, I had to turn my. I think my mother, which lives with me, because she had a stroke and everything. So I think she's up and about. So I didn't want people watching her walking around like So that's why I turned off my camera. Sorry. Okay. Well, I got one more question, and then I think we'll be going to wrap it up. And wrap it up. I'll take it. Y'all remember the Fabulous Thunderbirds?
I wrap it up all the time.
I know you do. You should. That's always the thing. Where do you see Stasis Lock in 5 years?
Where do I see Stasis Lock in 5 years? I see it
disbanded.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. It's like, me personally, I think like who we have over there. I was gonna joke around and just say it's just gonna be me and Chris. But like I know I would say that, and like
Tyler would be there. I think Tyler would be there.
Yeah. I mean, he would maybe. No, for real. I think Tyler would stick around, but I think we'll be able to talk about Beast Wars for a long time. There's so much, right now we're just doing episodes. We used to do toy spotlights and things of that.
We talked about this weekend. I told y'all about switch off and everything.
Yeah, to switch in and out, do an episode and then do a figure and then do an episode. And I think that would be a good format as well. I think Chris would go for it if you renamed the show.
What would you rename it to though?
No. If you rename
my show, oh yeah. What's this deal with him wanting to rename my stuff? I don't understand that.
He's a names guy. He's got. Yeah, he's
I don't know if he watches this anyway, so you know what, Chris, leave me alone.
No, I bet he does watch it. I bet he does watch it.
We'll see. I watch Stasis Lock. I've seen some of his the drinking stuff. That's pretty cool. And he was actually doing some at TFCon. They were sitting down drinking and stuff.
But I mean, yeah, man, I definitely see Stasis Lock around in 5 years. I know I enjoy doing it. Like that's one of the highlights of my week. Just coming home, getting on, just like we ended up talking. I think we had like a 2-hour show this past
oh nice
past Wednesday, and last night we did Off the Runner, and that was like a 3.5-hour thing. I only wanted to do it for an hour too. Like
It is cool to come back. That's why I love doing Shattercast. I've done it, and that's why I like doing this too. Is you come home and you get to talk with friends about Transformers. You get an escape or something for it. And it's cool. You have to have that once in a while. It's pretty cool to do that once a week. And everything. And it's cool that people want to listen to you. That they actually have, they value your opinion. And I think that's awesome. That people actually look up to me and say, hey, I like this figure. What do you think of it? And I'll say my piece, and they're like, okay, that's cool. And then, go on,
It is, man. Like that's something I even told you at TFCon. Whenever Robert D was beast shaming me. That's a cool dude, man. I was happy to meet Robert D.
Oh, I love Robert D. He's like my brother, man. We're actually doing another show Sunday, I think. Be ready, y'all. We're doing another live show. Go figure.
Another one. But yeah, like whenever he was like shaming me, like we were talking about it, I was like, if there's something I'm ever on the fence about, I always want to see someone. I always want to watch someone who's overly critical to a fault, and then I want to watch someone who just loves the product. Right. And like you're my go-to guy for the guy that just loves Transformers. I like because I love Transformers. I'm I dabble in a little bit of everything. If it sees something that visually catches my eye,
right.
I get it. And now like I'm here at, for the most part, the end of my backtracking journey. Everything else is just kind of moving forward.
Yeah.
So there are things that
Cool.
I'm not going to jump on right away, and I'm going to wait for some of those.
Yeah, I always watch reviews, but I don't let the reviewer, dictate what I'm going to buy. And a lot of people do that, and it's just weird. Like if somebody says they don't like it, and they're not going to get it, they're like, yeah, I'm not going to get it now.
And you can never really do that with just one particular, like you can't just do that watching one person. Like I don't care what your reason is. Like you need to have some variety in that. And if you get to like 2 or 3 people that are saying the same thing, then chances are
then you say then you're like, okay, yeah, I could probably pass on this. But if you just go off just one guy, and everything, and
everyone's gonna have a different experience with a figure. Right. And like if I know I'm gonna review something, if I know I'm gonna buy it and review it, I will not watch anyone else's review, like because I don't want to go into that thinking, with whatever they say, like because I know that's gonna stick with me, because that would have been my true first experience with the toy, was watching it through someone else. And so I don't like going in with someone else's thoughts lingering in my head, because then I'll gravitate more towards that. I want to have my first experience, boom, and I got it.
Right.
That's
what I do. Well, that's what I like doing my reviews now that I've done it for a long time now. Is I don't open my stuff up until I do a review on it, because I want to see that firsthand experience. I love to crack it open and smell it, smell the cancer and stuff. So.
Oh man, that was Masterpiece Dinobot for me. It was just like the first one I opened was like I enjoyed it. I sat I lit a cigarette for both of us, and had the candles lit, the bubble bath, and I got to transform it, mess with it. And the second one, I was able to take it out on camera and do all that other stuff and transform.
I watched your first one. You said this is new. I just opened it, blah blah this and everything and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. So, thank you very much. Pimp yourself out. Tell us where you're at. All that good stuff. Where where we can check you out and all that good stuff.
You can find me on the YouTubes and on Facebook and Twitter. I have an Instagram that I don't ever post on, but just trying to protect the brand. At Primal Sabbath, everywhere. I think that's all 2 words except for Instagram. It's all run together. Primal like Optimus Primal, Sabbath like Black Sabbath. Pretty easy. And you can also catch me on Stasis Lock every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I was trying to get my time zones right. And off the runner occasionally. And I think that's all I do. I'm trying to remember. I've done so many podcasts this year.
You're an internet celebrity, man. Everybody wants a piece of Dakota.
I'm more of a whore than Horkin BX.
That's true. I gotta get that guy too. I've gotten most of the breaking the mold.
Jose was a blast, dude. He was a man on the streets last weekend.
He lost his voice, and he was still going at it, man. He was a hardcore. That was hardcore, man.
That was dope. But yeah, man. Thank you for having me. Like I said, I love the format of this show, man. You're like a cousin from Arkansas.
And I'm having fun. I'm having fun. A lot of people come to me and say, "Man, I love that, man. Can I be on your show?" I'm like, "Heck yeah, yeah." I mean, anybody wants to be on the show, hit me up. Drop in my DMs, all that good stuff. Slide in what you want to do ever, and we'll figure out a time, and I'll get anybody on. And I got a lot of people come up, and I got a long list of people that want to come on. So
that's good, man. I love this one-on-one stuff, and especially for people that maybe aren't on other shows and podcasts, and you don't really know. Like it's a good way to put a face and a voice to, and you really get to know somebody. And even as a viewer, like watching, I'm like, like I know a little bit more about Josh Fisher now. I know a little bit more about Robert D. I know
exactly. It's about toys too, but I always try to ask questions about your personal life and everything. And I was Shoki. I always get his names mixed up. He came on. He was a guest on, and I was a guest on his show. Really good dude. He said it's weird to see Dakota on camera. So
yeah, man, because mostly I'm on my phone, but I decided I would do it professional for you today.
Oh,
yeah, man, I'm on the laptop. I got the Logitech webcam up here.
I think we're best friends now. I think we're becoming good friends right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's always fun getting to see you in Arkansas. I really wish you would be able to stay at Little Rock Comic Con during the nighttime for all of those shenanigans.
Yeah, maybe next year. Since it's gonna be the last one,
yeah, man.
I can stay overnight and everything.
There's so much like banter that goes on in that hotel lobby at night. Okay. It's a lot of fun, dude. It'd be cool.
When is it? When's this? Like June? Is this last June?
It's It's May or June. I'd have to.
I think it might be May. I think you're right. It might be May.
I think it's I think it is May.
I have to get it with Mike. I haven't talked to him in a while, but kind of sucks that it's ending. But there's so many shows here, and which I guess
it is like people that would maybe normally travel from Conway aren't going to do it because they're going to wait for Comic Conway. Then there's that other Comic Con that just, and they're the ones that run the show locally, and I don't care for those guys at all. But but there are a bunch of conventions in Little Rock, or not Little Rock, Arkansas. A lot of people just aren't going to travel. They're going to go to whatever's closest to them and consider that their experience. But if anyone from that area is watching, like Mike puts on a great show. Yeah, I like it. It's gotten bigger. I was going back to when he was at the La Quinta Inn downtown. That's how far I've been. I've been going since almost the beginning. He had the little show, like a little one room, and it grew. And it really grew. It's just damn shame that his. And I've only experienced it at the Benton Event Center, and I'm just like, I'm in there. I'm just
this was long, 10 years ago. This is when he started at the real small show. Get a couple hundred people here, there, but then it grew into the big Benton show and everything. So everything. I guess you're gonna be on his show too, Dakota.
Just another G.I. Joe show. I don't know.
No. I'm gonna call him Soke.
Oh, Soke. Dude, I got ruined. That show ruined Louisiana, especially where I'm from, because they frequented a bar. Like everyone. I'll go ahead and tell everyone. I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana. I'm not proud of it.
Everybody will write that down.
But like Tyler from Stasis Lock, he was just like, "Oh, you ever go to Fantasia?" And I'm like, "It's not a real place, dude."
It is.
So the next time someone asks me like if they ever come here and they're like, "Hey, where's Fantasia?" I'm just gonna send them to like the dustiest hole in the wall. You're gonna get like
Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of thing going on.
Yeah, we've got a couple of those here. It's okay.
So he wants you on his show. It's a real good show too. It's long.
Yeah. I was gonna hit him up. I was gonna slide into his DMs and
hey, bring your lunch, man.
Yeah. Oh, dude. I did a It wasn't the one-on-one Nerdcast, but I did like a regular one with him and a bunch of other people, and we were doing 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, we spent. He edited it down to I think 3, but I think we was close. We was a good 4, maybe close to 5 hours, just chit chat.
Yeah, and it's funny how quick that time flies by.
Yeah, it was a good time. Good times. I definitely, yeah. If he asks you on, you do the right thing and get on there.
Absolutely. Shoki's a friend too, so
yeah,
and he's fairly close. He's in Texas. I'm not gonna give out his city, but he's
we're supposed to. It'd be cool if we all met up. We talked about meeting up in Dallas or something like that.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool because that's it's funny because Dallas is kind of the in the middle part for all of us.
Yeah, it's about a 5-6 hour drive for me, man, give or take.
Yeah. So. Yeah, not close to in the middle, not quite, but close.
But anyways, all right. Like I said, thank you very much. It was an honor to have you on. You're welcome. You're honored. I mean, you're welcome to come back anytime you want to. And
thank you again. Thank you for having me. I like it.
Thank you very much for everybody that watched. And go down there and hit that like button for me. Go subscribe and do all that good stuff. Get me out there and do some like, shares, prayers, and care bears. And I guess I will see you on the next review. And as always, Hell Hasbro. Good night, folks. Yeah. I don't know why I do that. It's weird.